Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm excited. I'm caffeinated. I'm ready to start this day. Um, it's been started since 7 in the morning. Good morning. If you don't know who the heck I am, my name's Amanda. I show up here every day with a fairly quick video, sometimes 4-ish minutes, sometimes less, more towards the realm of 6 minutes. Anyways, I'm here to share things that are helping me have a better, more joyful, more peaceful life. And it's messy and there's a lot of negative emotion, but I share how I deal with that. And just a little bit more about me if you're curious. Why the heck do I feel qualified or the need to share this kind of stuff with you? It's because I used to be suicidally depressed, drunk and addicted to alcohol and drugs, and homeless and miserable and in abusive relationships, and just kind of any sort of shitty thing you can imagine a life being. That was it, and now it's a billion times better, and it's awesome, and I have learned a whole lot to get here, and so I want to share it. That's why I'm here. Okay, thank you for being here. So last night, when I left my late night just trying to keep the streak alive video, I mentioned receiving kindness from others. I think that's what I was getting at anyways. And today I want to talk specifically about physical touch. It's awkward for me to even talk about because I have really struggled with being able to receive friendly touch from people who care about me. I did not grow up in an affectionate household. There was physical abuse. And I just think the people I was with, we just weren't really great at it, right? Like I remember some hugs somewhat infrequently, but that was about it. So I always kind of marveled at like gal pals and people who could just like hold each other's hands or like put their arms around each other. And when I was drunk, I could do that. And I certainly had plenty of sex when I was drinking, but that wasn't necessarily because I was like super comfortable with touch. That was a whole other dysfunctional piece happening that I might share in future videos. But right now what I'm talking about is like how I noticed that my inability to receive or give affectionate, friendly touch, physical touch, stems from, first of all, me having like core beliefs that I'm unworthy or that I'm gross somehow. And again, that all came from my past and fueled a lot of the addiction and drinking, and came because of the addiction and drinking and the lifestyle I was living, right? It just fed into this cesspool of like, I'm a piece of shit kind of thinking, which I'm now happy to report that I'm coming out of. But it takes work. And I still notice like I have this tension. So the example I'm thinking of is specifically was yesterday. I have this dear friend and I was so stressed out about this presentation that I had procrastinated on, and it just wasn't as good as I'd wanted it to be, and it was due in just a few minutes, and I'm working on it and just feeling frustrated and starting to get down on myself. Like it was turning into this thought spiral of not just like, oh crap, my presentation's not as good as I wanted it to be, but it's also like, what's wrong with me? Why did I save this till the last minute? I don't deserve this education. I don't deserve this life. Like it can just really spiral out of control quickly. And so I'm kind of holding all that in, and I'm on the verge of tears, and my friend comes over and she's like, how are you doing? And she's one of those people that I can just say, this is what's happening. And she took my hand, and instantly I just felt so like my hands are sweating, and I felt it's like a balloon like into a cartoon version of myself where she's this perfect angel fairy girl and I'm this like disgusting grotesque monster, and it gets really uncomfortable to sit with that. But I've been trying to just accept kindness and to get better at receiving that sort of stuff so that I can share that with someone in the future. And so I just let her hold my hand, and it was so uncomfortable, not because of her, but just because of me and what was going on in my head. And it was also just really nice. And I just said like, sorry, my hand is sweaty. And she laughed and made a joke, and it was really sweet. But I just was thinking about it a lot, and I've noticed myself having to work through that in other instances where like I'll be in class and a girl runs up to me and gives me a little hug, and she's just kind of next to me, and I just feel that moment happening where I'm like, oh, I'm gross, get away, and I don't know how to handle this. And it's something that's worth working on, right? There's plenty of bad touch out there, and of course we can have our boundaries, and I do have times where I'm like, hey, I don't want to hug right now, and that's okay. But there are times where I notice that like I would like to soften around physical touch and just let people be more affectionate around me, and if that's appropriate, and to allow myself to be more affectionate as well. Like it took me a long time to even feel like someone would want a hug from me, and I had to practice asking, like, you know, if I felt that impulse, if I felt like someone could use a hug, to just ask like, would you like a hug, and to let someone say yes if they wanted to, and to offer that. It can be a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to share that. If you're at all like me and you struggle with that, maybe just notice if someone is offering a little pad or a handhold and you feel like that might be nice, to just try to open to that. And also, if there's no one around you right now, and that's okay too, like we're not all at a school where there's these lovely, friendly classmates, or, there's spells that we all go through where it's just us in the world and there's not a lot of hugs and there's not a lot of affection or physical touch. We can offer that to ourselves, like even if it's just, I'm not talking about masturbation here, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I'm talking about in this case. We can just take moments where we're just a little like more intentional and like offer ourselves like hugs, or even like a high five, or hand massages or foot massages. If you're putting on lotion, you can be more mindful and intentional about that and just like give yourself love while you're doing that. Or if you're in the shower and just slow down a little bit while you're washing yourself and just take some time to lavish yourself with affection and touch, and you can do that and it feels great. So this felt weird, but that's the work. So thank you for listening. I hope this helps. And here, I'll give you a little touch. There. Virtual high five. All right. I hope you're doing great today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.